He comes to us on Fridays and tells us what to see, what to avoid, and he enters and exits on a rainbow. Oh, it's Michael Snyder, everybody. Hi, Michael Snyder, the Culture Blaster. Thank you for respecting our COVID protocols and Zooming in or however you're joining us today.
Hey, look, hail and hearty howdy to Mighty Mark, Kimmy Mac, Rock and Roll Anthony, and dare I forget his name, Chris. So we're ready and rolling here.
Well, it's great to have you on board.
Chris, thank you.
And I do want to acknowledge the heartbreak last night's Giants loss brought. I'm sorry I can't wash it out of my emotions. So I know you suffered
Mark,
with me.
I can't even. Here's what I know. I watched that thing and I just kept thinking, please hold on. Please. The relievers give us no relief lately. And, ultimately, if they take the next 3 games from those dogs, I'll be happy. I think they have to remember one of the catchphrases here at Culture Blast LLC, when life gives you lemons, squeeze them into the eyes of your enemies.
Wow, that's quite inspirational. Thank you. I'm choking up. What do you have for us this week, oh great Culture Blaster, Michael Snyder?
All right. Let's start with Nope. Okay, Jordan Peele has morphed from television sketch comic. He was part of the Mad TV ensemble, half of the comedy team of Key and Peele, and now he's a successful subversive genre director, screenwriter, and producer. This morphing has happened before our very eyes, if we're lucky enough to be watching, and I have. The first film he made shocked me. I mean, I knew his work from Key and Peele, but Get Out, with its genuine chills and astute racial commentary, it just kicked butt. And the follow-up, Us, was kind of a bizarro tale, literally. Very daring, packed with provocative ideas, but it faltered a little bit in its world building. But now we have his third feature film, Nope, which does a really good job of creating a vivid sense of place. And that place is a valley in Southern California that's home to a horse ranch and a small-scale Western theme park. And the ranch, this is kind of cool. The ranch has provided trained horses to Hollywood productions for years. But it's in financial difficulty. OJ and Emerald are a brother and sister who inherited the ranch from their daddy, and they are played by Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out's breakout leading man, and Keke Palmer, teen star of Nickelodeon's True Jackson, VP. I know you watched. I know you loved it, Mark. Also, she was part of Epic's spy series Berlin Station. She plays Emerald as kind of a fast-talking scammer. She's just looking for easy money. She's willing to dump the ranch if it means go. But the tight-lipped and taciturn OJ decides to keep the ranch alive by brokering a favorite horse to the owner of the nearby theme park. And that guy is Jupe, who is a slick ex-TV child star played by Steven Yeun from The Walking Dead and the Oscar winner Minari, among other things. But something strange and powerful is hiding somewhere in the general vicinity of the ranch and park, and no one is safe from this seemingly unearthly entity. The progressive revelation of exactly what that something is, the reactions to it by the various principal characters, and a whole slew of expertly shot, incredibly tense encounters are what make Nope yes, for me. There are some narrative sidebars on Peele's part. He's trying to lampoon or castigate aspects of the movie and TV industry. As a filmmaker who's worked in TV for years and helmed this recent sci-fi horror anthology, The Twilight Zone, Peele knows the business and clearly has something to say about it. But getting our attention on that front early and then not paying off takes focus from the primary thrust of the story. But I was caught up in Nope, okay? It was
so ambitious. Wait a minute. Is it a horror movie or not?
It's horror, sci-fi. I mean, it's a mix of things. It's more sci-fi than horror, but some pretty outrageous things happen. And I don't want to spill the beans on it. It's as gripping in its way as the best science fiction blockbusters. It's light years better than Michael Bay's Transformers movies. Okay, there you go.
All right. But so it's a qualified recommendation-ish, sort of.
Yeah, absolutely. Of
Okay,
these
cool.
three movies, it falls short of Get Out, but it's better than Us, and I think it's a fun time at the theater. You know what it reminded me of? You ever do a ride at Disneyland, a big fancy like multi-ticket ride, and you have a great time, and then it just sort of dissipates away? That's how I felt about Nope. There were issues, but I still thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go then.
It was great. I loved it.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Okay.
What's next, Michael?
My old school is the strange but true story of a student who attended a secondary school in the Glasgow, Scotland suburb of Bearsden, and in 1995 ignited a TV to tabloids media furor throughout the United Kingdom. I mean, I don't want to spill too many spoilers, because that might water down the impact of this particular documentary. But let's be honest, the events that transpire here and the background of this student known as Brandon Lee have been a matter of public record since the mid-1990s. It was, all over the televisions in the UK and whatever. And this is such a well-made and thoroughly engrossing movie that foreknowledge isn't going to bother that. This is its quality is in part due to director Jono McLeod's choices, which pay off handsomely. And I can say that in 1994, a nerdy fellow going by the name Brandon Lee enrolled in Bearsden Academy as a fifth-year student. He looked a little longer in the tooth than his classmates, but no one made much of a fuss. And then the truth would eventually come out. He was, in fact, 30-year-old Brian McKinnon posing as a 17-year-old. And furthermore, he was a former Bearsden student, having graduated the academy when he was an actual teenager. So the filmmaker was one of this guy's fellow students in the 90s and pulled together the resources to shoot My Old School, and even got the hoaxer himself to go on the record, but he refused to be shown on camera. So this is the weird twist here. McLeod tapped the renowned Scottish actor Alan Cumming to lip sync McKinnon's account of the masquerade and the fallout. And, Cumming's terrific. And there are interviews.
What do you mean to lip sync it? I mean, so if he's not on camera, what is there to lip sync?
They have the audio of the guy, and basically.
Oh,
Alan
I see. I'm sorry. So it's his
there.
audio track. I apologize. I understand now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Lip syncing. Have you watched RuPaul's Drag Race? You don't know about this lip syncing thing?
Thank you. I'm really. I feel. I apologize. That's all I want. I want to apologize.
Okay. So wait. So
I want to apologize.
And I want to apologize to the Asian community, the Asian American community.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
McLeod interviews classmates of theirs who describe their experiences with quote unquote Brandon during and after the craziness. And as far as visually reproducing incidents from their youth and the crucial second enrollment by McKinnon at the academy, McLeod decided to depict them in animated form in a style that evokes Daria, the very funny, snarky MTV cartoon series from the late 90s, which was all about the struggles of a teenage girl at a suburban American high school. And to make things even more meta, two of the voice actors in the animated sequences are Lulu, the actress and pop singer whose first big movie was the 1967 high school drama To Sir With Love, and Claire Grogan, who, in addition to being lead singer of the 80s new wave band Altered Images, made a splash as the title character in the 1981 Scottish high school rom-com Gregory's Girl. And both of these women are from the Glasgow area, so even cooler. This might remind you of Revenge of the Nerds or Mean Girls, or the 1999 Drew Barrymore comedy Never Been Kissed, wherein a grown-up 30-something female journalist goes undercover at a high school as a student to report on youth culture. But this guy McKinnon was the real deal. So you got all these different storytelling techniques. It's really fresh and engaging, sometimes funny, sometimes painful. It's the nature of high school. And yet, while doing this, he's methodically unraveling the mystery of Brandon Lee. Let's just say that watching My Old School is a hell of a lot more fun than Detention.
I don't know how this happened, but I have no more time. Literally, I've got to wrap.
We went on and on and on. It's all good, buddy.
All right, listen, you're so great. I love. Yeah, what's that?
We have some breaking news.
Right.
It looks like CNN reporting Steve Bannon has been found guilty of contempt of Congress.
There you go.
So we're ending on a high note.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the fun times, but there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very good. Well, Michael didn't have a chance to review the Steve Bannon contempt of Congress trial, but he did review My Old School, a documentary, the story of Brandon Lee, the 30-year-old posing as a 17-year-old student, Lulu, Alan Cumming, and a really great telling of that story. Can't wait to see it. Where is it? On theaters only?
It's in select theaters, but it will open in Bay Area movie theaters this coming week. I wanted to get there because it's going to go national with the openings this weekend in New York and L.A.
Okay. And Nope, the Jordan Peele film, doesn't ultimately deliver as big as Get Out did, for example, but Michael still likes it, recommends it. Sci-fi-ish, a little horror-ish, but he liked Nope as well. Michael, more time next time. Go Giants. And we love that you can follow him on social media. He's called the Culture Blaster. And you can read him in Marina Times at marinatimes.com or pick up the Marina Times, still around. And it comes and goes on a rainbow. We love you, Michael. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. Mark Thompson Show, KGO, 810.